Lowery. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the Director of Surgical Services at Dublin Methodist Hospital. What does this image invoke? I'm sure it invokes lots of things, lots of feelings, different emotions. But for the next few minutes, I'd like you not to look at this. What I'd ask you to do is listen. Listen intently, and you may learn a few things that you didn't know. 3 things that are very, very important to me. My career in healthcare started about 30 years ago as a surgical technician in the Army. These 3 things were important to me then. They're just important to me now. The first is courage. Courage is hard. For me, it's moral strength. It's perseverance, and it's respect for others. As a young surgical nurse, it was the challenge to have those conversations with team members when a sponge count was incorrect. As a leader, it was numerous conversations between multiple surgeons. When we had many patients that needed to get into the OR, and every single one of them was important. And each one of those surgeons felt that their case was more important than the next. And for those of you that don't think that involves courage, try to have a discussion with Dr. Phil Taylor. I'm happy to say that he is still here, and I am still here. The second thing about me is loyalty. I am fiercely loyal. I am a wife of 28 years. I have 4 children. I'm the oldest of 8 children. I am one of 126 grandchildren. And as many of you, I am one of tens of thousands of OhioHealth associates. And just like the pride of a lion, that connectedness that we all have with each other is invaluable. My legacy as a leader, I hope, will actually be in the relationships that people remember me by. Some of you know the beginning of this story, but you may not know where it has gone. About 3.5 years ago, my oldest daughter, 24 at the time, came in after she was working a shift as a nurse at Children's Hospital. She made her way by squad to the emergency department at Grant Medical Center. She had a ruptured aneurysm, very massive, and we weren't really sure how it was going to turn out. She was treated and treated successfully at Riverside, time that I spent there for about 6 weeks with her. While I thought at the time those relationships were very important to me, what I didn't know is how important they would be to her. So fast forward 3.5 years. This past summer, she graduated with her advanced practice degree. And I'm happy to say she's part of the OhioHealth family. Although she works for Children's Hospital, she's a neonatal nurse practitioner at Grant Medical Center. That's pretty cool. The last thing to know about me, and most of you that do know me won't be surprised by this, that is integrity. Do what is right even when no one is looking. Be the voice and speak up for our patients, those who can't speak for themselves, who are trusting in us to do the right thing and not take shortcuts where we have things in place to actually protect them. You don't have to look very far, both inside and outside of healthcare, to see that this value of integrity is actually often forgotten or, quite simply, ignored. My challenge to each of you today is this: be willing to have conversations that you need to have with people versus what you actually think they want to hear from you. Look at this image again. Do you know that you can hear lions roar for 5 miles? Now, my children and husband would probably agree. When you see me from now on, this is actually what I want you to see. Do you see my integrity? Do you see my courage? And do you know how loyal I am? This is my fight song. I would ask you to think about what is yours. Thank you.